Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Dominion 6. In the beginning there was chaos, and now the wheel has turned once again. We are playing as Ulm in the Middle Age, worshipping former protective crocodile, the bitch queen. He is awake, as you can see, so we can look at her. But if you want to look more at this god in detail, there will be an intro video for this series where I go over the god and the nation in detail. As it is though, here she is in brief. She's just a very, very broad rainbow mage. Awake. She's going to do some expanding for us in a few turns, but not just yet. This god was developed by Dominion's player named My Dad, who I give full credit to for this god and the starting expansion phase, which has nothing to do with me. I'm just stealing his build. He's a pretty good player though, so I'm sure it's a good build. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, big, broad rainbow mage. We also, let's see, we have a bless that is, I think, pretty cool, because it's just a bunch of reinvigoration, and some forecaster too, plus some dark vision. So we don't exactly have, you know, an abundance of sacred things as Ulm. I don't think we even have a sacred unit, right? Are you guys sacred? No. So not really a sacred-oriented nation. Bless is mainly for our god and also our mages as well. So giving our mages a bunch more reinvigoration and spell range is actually kind of cool. Are all of our mages sacred? Oh, not quite. Yeah, it says God in the Bless anyway, but go check out the intro video if you want to see more. Here we are anyway, Ulm, turn 1. Map is pretty interesting looking. We are surrounded by forests. One thing I've noticed about Ulm is we don't exactly have a great variety of magic, so I mean, it's basically earth and fire. What else do we get sometimes? Sometimes air and astral, that's about it. So starting with a bunch of forests is pretty good, because we might actually find some nature mages or something. Maybe some lizards or druids if we're lucky. There are also going to be a bunch of resources for us, and all of our units are quite resource hungry, so not a bad starting location, I guess. We'll have to see how it works. Sometimes you get some weird indies in forests, although I think you get barbs less often, so maybe that's good early on, I don't know. We don't actually mind barbs too much, since the Black Knights will just walk through them, I think. Anyway, there's our starting location. We can see one province so far, which is Norville, which is 94 income, 59 resources. Not too bad. No dominions there. We'll see how the map looks next turn. Anyway, turn 1, usually very simple. First thing we're going to do is declare a prophet. Usually I would just profit the commander, but we don't have anything to bless. We also don't really need the smite, because our starting army is pretty good. And this guy has 10 map move. So I might just profit the spy, to be honest, since he's a bit more mobile for claiming thrones and stuff later. So let's go ahead and name this guy Diving to the Floor, and he can become our prophet. He can sneak around spreading dominion in places before our god arrives too, to make sure there's some dominion there. Maybe that'll work out well for us. This guy, I guess, just doesn't get a name. Kind of weird, but yeah, he's leading our starting army, who are pretty decent actually. They've got really good protection because they're wearing a bunch of heavy armor. So, not too bad. They also hit very hard as well. They should just walk through most indies. These guys are a similar story. Pikes instead of battle axes. So, not predicting too many problems. I'll just stuck these guys in a line at the front for now. We might change that around depending on what indies we see, but for now, yep. He'll head out next turn. Spy becomes the prophet. God is going to research. Our god specifically generates 50 points of research in Terrain 3, which is exactly enough to unlock level 1 of a research path, which she is going to do over the next 2 turns. We're going to grab construction to make trinkets, and then we're going to grab alteration for skeletal body. Those are our first targets before we send the bitch queen out expanding. So she can do that. And recruitment. We get 3 commander points to play with, so I'm going to grab a mage and a commander. First mage will just be a mastersmith. I'm going to do some forging for us in a second. And a Lord Guardian, just so that we have something to lead out an expansion army in a couple of turns. And along with that guy, we'll recruit a bunch of Guardians as well, who Oh, the best infantry unit we can recruit out of our cap. These guys hit exceptionally hard. A magic weapon too, and I think yeah. It also does a bunch of fatigue to sacreds, so... and gods, actually. They're not bad. AoE 1 as well. So, very cool weapon. These guys do have 6 encumbrance, so they'll get tired pretty quickly, but 23 protection and they hit for 27 damage. They're extremely chunky and tough. Not very mobile though. It's going to be pretty hard to move these guys around. But I'll start recruiting as many of these guys out of the cap as I can in the short term. We'll switch to Black Knights once we've got some income and resources rolling for a bit. They'll be good for expanding. But Guardians first. We'll get those guys going. And I think that's it for turn 1. Slightly more things to do on this turn 1 because I actually have some decisions to make and things to get on with. But that is it for turn 1 now. There are mercenaries available, but it's Victor's villains. I don't think terribly useful to anybody, but you never know. Suppose they could catch a lance for somebody. As it is, though, I think I'm happy with everything we've done so far. Anything else to do? Been a while since I joined the game. We got profit, we got recruitment, doing research. I think we're good. Quite a few people still to take their turn, so I'm going to happily hit end turn. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. Turn 2 is usually just spent reading proclamations, although we did get our construction research done, so yeah. Good hours. We'll make some black steel stuff. We also sense the location of all the thrones, so that's nice. Anyway, let's read some proclamations. First up, Pythium. We have astroturfed hagiographies is the prophet of In the Pocket of Big Angel, God of Doors and Beginnings and Endings, the Proud Emperor. Man, we have Honk's Nose in Lesbian, is the prophet of Sapphic Clown Army, Patron of Necromancers, Mistress of Delusion, Lady of Illusion and Masquerade. We have Agartha Shieldabur? Is that an unnamed prophet? Dear oh dear. Prophet of One-Eyed Cave Explorer, the Unmoving Master, Devourer of Sins, He Who Tempers the Spirit. Ulm, that's me. Dive into the floor, Prophet of Former Protective Crocodile, Patron of Smiths. Not many epithets for us, unfortunately. Not a very funny one either, although a good one for Ulm. Nabar, we have Scrolling the Love Canal, is the prophet of that Al Gore rhythm? Almost rhythm. Rider of the Clouds, Protector of the Holy Mountain, King of Inventions, Commander of Truth. Bandar Log, we have Devi Dasa. Is this another unnamed prophet? This is disgusting. Prophet of Fashionably Late, Lord of Astral Fires, the Flame of Evil, King of Kings, the Wheel. At Tianchi, we have Hapless Envoy, is the prophet of Lichi Enjoyer, God of Navigation, Emperor of Rain, He Who Shoots Forth. At Miklan, we have Fran Drescher, prophet of Unlikely ASMR Superstars. I don't know who that is, so I don't know how funny that is. Lord of Flames, Vessel of Might, Patron of Adulterers, God of Clouds. Machaka, we have Aunt May Sighs, drawing her katana, is the prophet of edgy Spider-Man fanfiction. The Great Potter, King of Stellar Lights, The First Angler, Prince of Fever. Niedervanger, we have Blink 182, prophet of punk rock concerts for everyone. Exalted Above and Below, The Far Traveller, God of Terror, King of this World. And that is it for proclamations. Well, anyway, here's the map now. Hey, that's a cool throne. Over in Flight Glades. Oh, it's a swamp. It looks like a little island in a sea or something. Interesting. How many underground? 1 throne underground, okay. Well, yeah, we can see all the thrones anyway. I guess it gives us kind of a sense of the map. But let's look at what we are really interested in. Who are our indies? Turns out we are surrounded by some pretty easy indies, which is quite nice. Best province we can see is Druidland, which is 91 income, 62 resources. Currently better income even than the Plains, which is pretty funny. Although I guess that shouldn't be the case long term. But anyway, Yeah, 91 income, 62 resources, only guarded by, what, 40 enemy units, some heavy infantry, full of militias and archers, not bad. Norville is, yeah, a bunch of horse tribe. Also a pretty good province, though. But probably not what I'm going to hit first. Boarwoods, not a great province. It does give us some more resources, though. Only 34 income. Also looks pretty puny. Militias, archers, and heavy infantries. Can't even see heavy infantries in the graphics, so mostly militias, I imagine. And Trackless Woods, Jag tribe. Not too bad. Can't see what the stats on the province are yet. But, you know, considering our starting army and our early units are all pretty strong, these indies are, you know, should be a walk in the park. Famous last words. We'll see. Back home, we have a mage who is immediately forging something. We're making a black steel sword at the moment. So we'll get started on that. Meanwhile, we're going to, yeah, research Alteration 1. We have a leader in waiting, so just hanging out, waiting, chilling at the moment. And I'm going to send our scout, who is a spy, over to the throne to go and see what throne it is. Since spies can do that. So it gives him something to do. Besides that, starting army is going to hit Druidland. It's still set up the same. I don't see any reason to change it. Push all the way forwards in a line, attack closest. Should be fine. Let's see how it goes. The best province we can see. It also probably gives us, well, I mean, it gives us two options of where to go next, or we could just go to trackless, I suppose, if they're really difficult. So, not too bad there. And recruitment-wise, this turn, just trying to spam out more guardians, that's fine. And we're getting another smith, and I'm just going to get a black acolyte so that we have a random priest. Just in case we need someone walking around and putting up temples. So that should be fine too. Other than that, you know, next time we get to see how our battles go. And we should, at a pretty reasonable pace, we should be putting out armies to take more provinces, so we just need to get the ball rolling on some additional resources in our cap. And 62 isn't bad, so hopefully we take this with no problems. I think that's it for this turn, though. I did notice there is a mercenary company that's, you know, not completely terrible. It's 150 gold. We don't really need barbarians, but... don't really need mercenaries, I should say, but... I don't know, maybe I'll just put a small bid on it, just... I mean, it would still help a bit. It would also deny it to another nation. So, yeah, why not? Maybe we'll get them. It's turn 2 anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. Got our research done in Alteration. Gives us a little body for our god. I'm just going to grab Construction 2 next. We have a bunch of E2 mages, so they can do temper armors in combat to give all of our heavily armored dudes can have 3 more armor. Seems pretty good. Should have that pretty soon, I suppose. Well, maybe not. My god's not going to be researching now for a bit, but we'll try and get it anyway. Also had a battle in Druidland. So, starting army into heavy infantry and militia, yeah. Some archers. Commander is safely back here. Shouldn't be too bad. Just takes a second, you know. There we go. A lot of very injured dudes right now, but still mostly in one piece. There we go. Not bad. Lost 5 dudes. How many units was that? 62. Yeah. So there we go. We're on the board. We can also see Machaca immediately, which is great, you know. Oh, I love spawning like one tile from another capital. It's always fantastic. So Machaca sent me a message saying hello. I said, please go north. He said he's going to take Godwoods and then go north. We'll see. We do have this mountain separating us, I suppose, so that's something. Anyway, here's the map now. We didn't get the barbs. I think they went to Tianqi. Yeah. Fair enough. Elephant Core is up next, but I think we'll pass on that. You can also now see Forest of Gone, which is a really good province, actually. One of the best provinces we can see. 138 income, 132 resources. So we'll see if we can grab that. So, yeah. Starting on, we can just press on. So, script is still the same. Hopefully they're fine. We're going to lose a couple of units every battle. But, you know, hopefully we'll grab a couple of provinces with them. Meanwhile, back in Ulm, we're recruiting a few more Guardians this month, plus 1 Black Plate Infantry. And we already have some in the garrison, so next month we'll give this guy here all those Guardians and they can attack another province. We are also forging 3 more items for our god as well. We're making, let's see, another Black Steel Sword, and a Black Steel Helmet, and a Black Steel Full Plate. So we'll give all of these items to our god next month, and they can also attack a province next month, so, you know, good stuff. Once we've got the Guardian squad out, we'll switch to recruiting Black Knights for a bit as well. This time we're getting 1 more Mastersmith and Black Lord this time. As long as we've got some kind of commander though to lead stuff around, that's fine. And yeah, hopefully we pick up Forest of Gone. Next 2 provinces, I mean the easiest 2 to take would be these 2, I guess. I think maybe I'll send my god to Borewoods. Because my profit's over here, so maybe we'll get some Dominion in this area. And then, yeah, the Guardians can go to Trackclass. I'll save this until we got the Knights, maybe, I don't know. A lot of Horse Tribe Cavalry, 130 in this province. A bit much. Depending on how this goes, I could merge this up with the Guardians, I suppose. Depending on how it goes. I'm not sure about these provinces. I mean, we should be fine once we've got the Knights. It's just a lot of units. It's not like they're going to attack and go around us anyway. They'll just stand there firing arrows for a while. Even safer if we can send out a mage to put armor on them too. As it is, we shouldn't have too many problems. Worst case scenario, we might be able to just ring in the Horse Tribe. But, yeah. Scout will be in Iron Range next month, so we'll see what throne this is too. And besides that, I think that's everything for this turn, right? For turn 3... I could stick a fort in Forest of Gone. It is a very good province, and there's lots of resources nearby. We'll see what happens though. Anyway, I'll leave the video there. So, yeah, end of the video. Hope you're enjoying it. Thanks for watching. If you are enjoying it, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and all that stuff. And if you really love the video, I also have a Patreon linked in the description below, if you want to support me. Otherwise though, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.